So the name of the game is overrated, overhated, or underrated. I'm going to pull up a player. You guys guess what I said. Maybe a couple quick points on why you think, and then you can tell me if I'm correct or wrong here. Jordan Love.
Okay.
I'd say overhated. I think people shit on Jordan Love, and he's actually not that bad. He is outside the top 10, but he is a good quarterback. And I think people trash him.
I'll match you on that. I think so. I think that's fair.
Alrighty. Overrated. This guy stinks, man. I'm so sick and tired of hearing Green Bay Packers fans glaze this guy. He's not Brett Favre. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He can't throw. He keeps trying to throw off his back foot. He had half of a good season his rookie year and then tumbled into darkness. He's going to be in a darkness retreat in 3 years, and Packer fans are wondering why. Overrated Jordan Love. Thoughts?
I would say that the one thing that I notice when I watch him play, though, is like that I don't like as well is, bro, he has the loosest ball handle ever. Like he's like putting it on display like a carrot for a horse for the defenders. Like he just loads back and then keeps it like out here.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my only thing.
Alrighty. David Montgomery.
It's okay. What is it?
If we're trying to guess what you're saying, I think I know.
Overhated or underrated?
Yeah.
See, I don't think
I know what
I think he's rated. I'd say he's overrated between all three of those.
Okay.
I'm gonna go underrated.
He's overhated by Aiden. Listen, man. This guy's one of the premier running backs in the league. If you want him in fantasy, draft the guy. He's good.
For sure. He's top 20.
And Bears fans need to stop saying, he has an offensive line. Why didn't you guys build one when you had him? Maybe you guys would have made it to the playoffs. Probably not, but...
There's a lot wrong with that team at that time.
Maybe Justin Fields wouldn't get sacked every 3 minutes. Overhated. Dak Prescott.
Oh, damn.
Overhated.
Dude.
Overhated for sure.
I love to hate him.
People don't understand.
I love to hate him.
Bro, he had like 5 straight double-digit win seasons. Yes, he had Elliott for a while, but he's balling out with one other receiver. I don't know. I think he's like one of the better regular season quarterbacks. He does get cooked in the playoffs. I will say that. Like if he had like 2 more playoff wins under his belt and remove losses, then he might be like properly rated. But right now, I think he's overrated.
You say overrated?
I think he's overhated. I think he's overhated because he's a cowboy.
Yeah, I agree with most of that. Listen, shitting on Dak is actually awesome. America's pastime.
Yeah.
But he is a good QB. Like if you're going to bed with Dak Prescott at the helm, you're not winning a Super Bowl, but you're definitely not you're not drafting the lottery, so overhated. Tua.
Oh, jeez. Take it away, Ed.
Oh shit, dude. I think he's also overhated, but he could also be over. Like, it's depending who you talk to, because some people just trash on him, like Marsh, just trash on him completely. And I don't think he's that bad. He does throw a great ball. He's very accurate. I mean, honestly, I think he should have retired last year. So, I think he's overhated.
I'm going to go overrated. I think that having Tyreek Hill and Waddle, the 2 fastest people in the NFL, you're like throwing to, is pretty big boost in your skill level. And then on top of it, like they just can't win in cold games or the playoffs. So I don't know. It's just, they don't even, never mind, scrap that. They beat up tomato cans. That's who they beat up. crappy teams.
Yeah, overrated. I mean, he might have one of the best weapons of it around him. Like, he's got A-Chain. He's got 2 top premier wide receivers.
He has a top 10 tight end.
Yeah, like, overrated. And his coach is in the picture because he's also overrated. So,
I mean,
want to try this Danger Witch?
Russell Wilson's just bad at this point. In all honesty, like, I think he's just out of his prime. That's as simple as that. Like, he's not what he was. Like, prime Russ.
Can I add a
disgusting.
fourth?
Yeah.
Can I add a fourth option to this?
Go for it.
Not hated enough. Oh God,
Mr. Unlimited.
I'll just go overrated. I think he's overrated. Overhated.
I said overhated. And hear me out. Here's why. This guy won a Super Bowl and should have won another one if his coach wasn't stupid.
Dude, I agreed.
He never had a chance in Denver. Let's be real here. He never stood a chance in Denver.
No.
Did he get overpaid? Yes. The Steelers, he was all right. He was okay. Man, the fact that Russell Wilson gets this amount of hate, but Aaron Rodgers gets put on the Jets, and all of a sudden everyone thinks, like, the Steelers are... I guarantee the minute Aaron Rodgers signs with the Steelers, their win-loss ratio goes up by 4 wins. I think compared to Super Bowl winning QBs, and they're very limited still in this league, I think he gets a little bit too much hate.
That's actually a great comparison because they both have the same amount of Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And I will say as well, to that point again, if he does get, if Rodgers does go to the Steelers, they will not win as many games as they did with Russ and Fields. They won't.
Agreed.
I disagree. I think Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Russ. My boy
Not
has
right
four MVPs. He still has the better arm.
Overall, yes, but not right now, Aiden.
I don't know, dude. I'll take Aaron over Russ right now.
All right, ayahuasca boy. Chase Brown.
Oh my God, so underrated and appreciated, my brother. Absolute dog in fantasy last year. No one talks about him but me.
Aiden, what's that white stuff on your camera?
My shirt?
Ejaculated all over the camera. No, I agree. Underrated for sure. He is good. I mean, like they lose Joe Mixon, and he stepped up big time. He was great. That whole offense was great last year.
Yeah, I wanted to do some tongue-in-cheek thing and like put Burrow on here and say that he's overrated, but I figured I'd throw you a dog bone. Nobody talks about him, so
no,
underrated.
They don't.
Which is how I like it, though. Keep it like that. He's a good like round 4 fantasy draft if no one knows about him. Whoa, dude, so overrated, bro. Yes, he had 11 picks that year. Absolute great season, but he got cooked. Every time he didn't catch the ball, he got cooked. Cooked, brother. Bro, guys were dropping 100 yards on his head top every other game. Like here's my thing. If you're an elite cornerback,
Trayvon Diggs, by the way, for the audio listeners.
Oh yeah. If you're an elite cornerback, you don't have a lot of interceptions because the quarterback doesn't throw the ball your way. That's a huge, like, people say that about Sauce. They're like, Sauce Gardner has like 3 interceptions in his career. That's because people don't want to throw the ball in his direction. This guy has
Tan.
Exactly. Like, this guy had a lot because they're like, oh, dude, fuck it, over the top. Here we go. Let's cook. Sorry, that was a lot.
Yeah,
that's the point of this. Get your hate out, boys. It's hate week.
Just another Dallas Cowboy too. Like,
I'm gonna go overrated as well. The thing is, like, we think that these guys are better than they are. Like like Sherman. No offense to Sherman. Sherman was definitely better than Diggs. Trayvon Diggs was, or is, but he wasn't as good as like people made him out to be. Like, but I feel like because he had such a big name for a corner, because he was kind of a diva, it made him look better, which is like the same with him. Because people know him because of his brother and just because of his personality, and it makes it seem like he's like some sort of all-out legend. He's not that good in reality. There's about 10 corners I've taken the league over him right now.
Agreed. Name sells.
Oh, T-Law, my brother. T-Law, where are you?
No.
The thing is-
No. Don't let me go off here. Overrated as fuck, man. If this guy was shaved bald, people would fucking hate him too. It's that hair. It's those eyes and that hair. Okay? I'm tired of this guy. First of all, it doesn't help that he's also in the AFC South. How can you fucking have 6 seasons under your belt, make one playoff game in the Hair Bowl against Justin Herbert? That's your only playoff win. Never make it back. Last year, okay, he comes in and he has BTJ, who turned out to be a freaking monster of a weapon. And this guy loses 5 straight games to start the season. No, he wasn't there all season, for the entire season, but he was for the first 5 when they were 0-5, and people had them fucking second in the division in terms of rankings, or first in some cases. I don't like him. I just don't like him. I don't like him. Overrated as hell.
See, my thought process is, I want to say he's overrated, but I think he's come off that pedestal that people have put him on, and now people are like, "Oh, this guy sucks, donkey dick." Like, I think I think football has moved. The pendulum has swung, if you will. I would still say overrated though.
Overrated. Like, this guy gets thrown in the same bin as Joe Burrow, Mahomes, Allen. Bro, what are we doing? Give me Jared Goff over him. Easily.
That's great.
Oh. Ooh, that's interesting.
This is tough, man. This is tough.
Overrated, overhated, or underrated? I'd say he's overrated. Not by much. But I think that is the category that best fits him. Only because, after his first year, people had him in the top 5 immediately. And I think
I will
a step back last year, and I mean I still have him in my top 12 for sure, cemented top 12 for sure.
Listen, let me just say this: Jaden Daniels was gonna be up here, but he's only played 1 year. Man, again, I like CJ, brother. We can't be putting him up in the stat. Like, they took year 1 where, no offense, the Texans didn't play anyone good and made him out to be the next Mahomes. Like, they were talking like he was going to win the Super Bowl in the next year.
He has produced, though. He has produced
100%.
He's won playoff games.
I didn't even give my. You guys can keep going. You guys.
No. You need to speak on this. This is rage baited to you.
Well, I'm not gonna.
No, defend your boy.
Listen, I will be defending my boy, but I'm also not gonna act like we all fall victim to that. Like in his rookie year, I will say he did get propped way too high on the pedestal way too early. They were putting him top 4 in the league. That's a little excessive for your first year. With that being said, though, his his rookie year, he did lead the league in passing yards per game. He had 5 interceptions all season, which is really low for a rookie. Really low. He had like
That's
the
low for
most
anyone.
yards through 5 games all time. Like he did play in like not all time for rookies, all time like ever. I do think that like he did have a great rookie season, and because of that, people put him way too high. But I will say, when it comes to his year last year, listen, the line sucked, man. He got sacked 63 times in 18 games. Like, I'd like you to name 5 quarterbacks who can get sacked 63 times in a season and win anything more than the second round of the playoffs. The fact they made it back to the exact same spot. Josh Allen, 63 times he's got sacked in a season?
No, I was going to say Josh Allen doesn't get sacked because he just stiff arms guys.
That's
Joseph
fair,
Lee
but
Burrow?
I'd say the pressure rate's probably lower as well. I personally would say underrated because I just based on last year. Like, if we're talking currently, I think he he did climb the peak, and then he fell right back down under the radar. And I think that I think next year they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine next year. They're gonna have a better line, and I think like because of that, he'll go closer to what he was in his rookie year.
Agreed. Again, I will say, no one on this list. Well, some people on this list are bad, but this is taking 3 categories and placing a player into it. So, Dalton Schultz.
Underrated.
Overrated as
Wow.
fuck this guy. No, sorry, that's too much. That's way too much.
Wow.
No, but I would say overrated. He dropped some crucial balls a couple of times, and it's tough to watch as a fan when you're like wide open on a 3rd and 6 to keep the drive going with 2 minutes left, and you drop the ball. It just,
I had him underrated.
overrated, I would
Poor
say,
Cubs.
as someone who watches the Texans like religiously.
Fair enough. Last one.
The thing is, like the last couple years, I feel like no one's expected much from Joey Bosa. Career-wise, I'd say he's overrated. I think he produced big, short term, and then people realized he is the less superior brother by a large margin.
Oh, by a long shot. Yeah, no, overrated.
Yeah, I have to agree. I had to put one of my own guys on here because I was dragging some people, but I mean, prove it in Buffalo, my friend.